Game Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Grizzlies out in Memphis. And for Memphis, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. Year after year after year after year, he just helps his team find a way to win. Mike Conley, a soft-spoken star in the league.
Yeah, you know what? He never gets the recognition he deserves. One, because he plays on a team that has some other great players, and then he's just not flashy, but he is the most efficient guard probably in the Western Conference, maybe second or third, maybe in the Western Conference.
And
efficiency.
He gives you something in every aspect of the game. He's a fantastic leader. He does a great job of leading these guys. And I agree with you, Ken. He's underrated. He should be talked about a lot more.
That'll do it for now. They are ready to tip things off as we get you out to Kevin Harlan.
A great view of the top of Memphis, always a welcoming city. The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Memphis, they return victorious from an undefeated road trip back to the loving embrace of their hometown faithful.
And I think for Memphis, this has been a terrible way for them to kick off their year. They have to find a way to get back on track soon before this season gets away from them.
Greg, it's really surprising to me to see them fighting just to stay afloat this early in the season.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the small forward. 2 shots. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. They set the screen. Westbrook drives in. Stolen by Randolph. Allen kicks to Randolph. Lays it up and banks it in. Randolph's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Westbrook dishes to Durant. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Durant.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And it's Smith penetrating. Westbrook with the block. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. On defense, Oklahoma City. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Adams kicks to Ibaka. And there's the feed to Robertson. It's Durant with the drive, using his post move to get the 2 points. Durant's got his first points of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
Now here is Ibaka. Outside Durant. No good. Excellent D there from Allen. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Durant, here we go.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Number 1, the Thunder.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
Some changes for Memphis. White is checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Carter in for Tony Allen. The Thunder also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. And it's Waiters in for Roberson. Here's Gasol. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Right side, Westbrook. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The offensive rebound, Kanter. The stupendous finish in traffic.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Barnes. Screen by Smith. Carter outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. That's a 2 from Barnes. Great D that time from Durant. Westbrook drives in. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And so it's Memphis with it. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. Kyle Singler is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Waiters in at the 2 spot.
In a league that's becoming more and more pick-and-roll oriented, Zach Randolph is more of a throwback, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Barnes passes to Smith. Right with a screen on Waiters. Randolph sets a screen for Smith. He feeds it to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Allen against Waiters. Right at the free throw line. Allen's shot is off. Oh, I love the power forward. Zach Randolph always seems to carve out space, the space he needs to play well.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but extremely gifted. A nice blend of physicality with high skill level, especially when you talk about shooting the ball.
Smith dishes to Allen. Smith kicks to Barnes. Back to Smith. Right with a screen on Augustine. Smith the pass to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The story of rebound. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. In fourth, Zach Randolph.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Green comes in for Barnes, and it's Jordan Adams in for Smith. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 2. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
The Thunder have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. And the first one at the line is good. Collison hits them both. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And Adams kicks to Green. He dishes it to Allen. Here's Randolph. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
Marcus All's checked in for Memphis. The Thunder also changing it up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Singler, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine. And Zach Randolph drops them both. Oklahoma City trailing. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Right side Durant. To the middle. Here's Adams. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Average of double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
Now here's Allen. 9 feet out. Gasol, no good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. Adams outside. Randolph against Durant. 6 to shoot. Durant with a screen on Randolph. Here's Roberson. Cans it from downtown. Roberson's got the lead up to 1 now for Oklahoma City.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
Now here's Westbrook. following the miss by Zach Randolph. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Shoots from 12. And it's Randolph with the rebound.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Allen outside. Pass to Gasol. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Gasol's got 8 points.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, and the Thunder another three. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Thunder up by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Smith is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. That's good. Gasol's got the first points of the second half here for the Grizzlies.
And Marc Gasol has become one of the league's most proficient post scorers. I mean, how about the footwork on that low block? He is a load down low.
Now here's Durant. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ibaka. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. That's good. Westbrook's got 5. And Marc Gasol at 7-1, able to finish over the top with that feathery touch. Whether it's the hook shot, Clark, or the turnaround, tough for a defender to do anything about any of it.
And on occasion, Kevin, he'll throw in the quick spin move and throw it down on top of you. So he's got the full repertoire.
Some changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Carter in for Allen. The Thunder also changing it up. Cantor comes in for Adams. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. Now here is Smith. And the pass to Barnes. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here is Durant. 6 points for him. Good. And it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Smith the pass to Barnes. Wright sets a screen. Kicks it to Carter. Wright with a screen on Westbrook. Carter on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Nobody near Barnes. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Grizzlies timeout.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Marc Gasol. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
One shot. One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Vince Carter. Well, you have to respect the way Vince Carter has just aged gracefully. A superstar in his day, Clark. You knew his game so well. Even in his late 30s, he's still getting it done.
Got a lot that he brings to the table still, Kevin. I mean, not just to score. He can pass, defend, rebound, and not to mention his veteran leadership and savvy.
Durant, wide open, he fires. No good from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Carter with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Carter against Waiters. 8 feet away, and it's Carter missing.
And also, guys, Vince Carter is tireless in what he calls his old man workouts. I mean, keeping his body healthy and up to the challenge of the long NBA season. Not to mention holding on to some of that bounce from his younger days. Every now and then, he'll give us a little taste of Vinsanity.
Here's Barnes following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Gasol, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dishes it to Cantor. Gasol with the steal. Smith kicks to Carter. Out to Smith. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
.17 seconds left in the third. Now Augustine, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the screen. 1 second left, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Thunder lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. The Thunder leading by 3. So for Oklahoma City right now, down low it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Roberson is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Singler in at the 3. Now here is Augustine. Feeds to Ibaka. Off the screen. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Ibaka's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Thunder. And Adams kicks to Green. Randolph a screen. Pass to Allen. Randolph a screen on Augustine. It's Allen on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Randolph. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And Greg, how about DJ Augustin on the roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustin, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season.
So back to DJ Augustin. It's the middle of last year, and he and Jennings are practically splitting time at the point. Then Jennings goes down with an Achilles injury, and it looks like Augustin will take over full-time duty. Nope, the Pistons trade Augustin to Oklahoma City for Reggie Jackson.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Wright comes in for Marc Gasol, and Smith subbed in for Jordan Adams. And the second free throw, good.
You know, one thing about the Augustin Jackson trade last year, it didn't help either the Thunder or the Pistons make the playoffs. It's just so hard to integrate a new player into your system that far into the season, especially when that player is a point guard. So a wild ride for Augustin.
Now here is Smith. The dish to Randolph. Green passes to Wright. And the shot is good.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Augustin dishes to Westbrook. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Thunder lead by 4.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Jeff Green. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Green. Cantor checked in for Adams. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Westbrook. Shoots from 12. He squares up and sinks it. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
All right, Memphis, you got your Grizz girls on the floor. Give them a nice round of applause.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Now here is Smith. He kicks it to Randolph. And the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Timeout call for Memphis. All right, Memphis, you got your Grizz girls on the court. Give them a nice round of applause. Let me hear you scream.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Randolph. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. and sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And the Thunder making a change here. Roberson's checked in. And it's Westbrook missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Smith kicks to Randall to tie it up. No luck. Nice D from Durant.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Allen against Westbrook. Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in.
Let's make some noise for the boys!
And so it's Memphis with it. A 2-point game. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
.114 left in the game. Westbrook passes to Cantor. A shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Smith outside. Passes to Gasol. To take the lead. It falls!
Marc Gasol is a problem. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with what he's giving.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
What a night so far for Westbrook. He's got 11 points and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
All right, now, take a break, 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. And here are the Grizzlies now. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so too. Outside Gasol. Inside Randolph. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Ibaka. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Smith against Westbrook. Smith dishes to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Shot is no good. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook.
Good! And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. this win such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, this game a tight one and perhaps a little bit more closely contested than people expected. Was this the sort of game that you were anticipating?
Well, everybody's going to bring their best against us. And we just try to come up.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.